But the story goes, just doing a short vid on the murder that happened at the Tusla facility out in Donemead. Well, less about the murder and more actually to the media response to it. Because I was listening to RTE's Morning Ireland coverage of that this morning, and the guy was just completely spazzing out over it. It was utterly bizarre. If you want to listen to it yourself, it's the 16th of October 2025. Go about an hour and 15 minutes in, because it was about 8:15 to about 8:25 was when the item was on. Sometimes the shows clips these things so you can listen for yourself, but considering how contentious this seems to be, I don't think they're going to do that. So you're going to have to actually probably go to the episode itself and go that far in. But the reporter was absolutely losing the plot. He was ranting and raving about misinformation and disinformation all over the story, which was weird because in this story he wouldn't actually tell us anything that was actually going on. If you were listening to the item on RTE, what you heard was that there was some sort of confrontation between about 4 teenagers who were international applicants who were kept there. And they were children, so that they were kept separate from the ordinary IPA centres. Some sort of brouhaha broke out. One lad, a Ukrainian guy, 17 years of age, gets killed, stone dead by a knife. And 2 other people, I think, are hospitalised. And I think a member of staff was injured too. That's pretty much the way RTE reported it. But then, like I said, the reporters went off on one about misinformation and disinformation. Started referencing the attack in Parnell Square, where the kids were attacked by that guy. And going on about the riots that happened afterwards. And he was saying that, if you want to look at an example, the guy from Donemead, who was actually involved in that, I think it was the guy that set fire to the police car or something, he was just recently jailed for so many years. And this is what he's going on about. And I was just thinking, yeah, but they still haven't actually jailed the guy who tried to murder the kids. It's funny how in your little tirade you're not mentioning that. I mean, last I checked, the government is still trying to find some sort of obscure doctor to come in and say that he's mental so he can actually get off. It's just bizarre that you bring that subject up, particularly considering you still can't see a picture of the guy who tried to kill those kids. You just can't find out any information on him at all. And I think I know why, because I just did a wander up to the shops there and I had a look at the front page of the Irish Daily Mail. And the Irish Daily Mail actually gives us a lot more information. It turns out that the Ukrainian kid that was killed, the 17-year-old, he's only in the country a couple of days. The lad that killed him is Somalian. And the very fact that we seem to be able to identify these things seems to have set certain members of the Irish media over the top. But what I think could be the real big story here is we don't know much about these lads at all. So I would put good money on the 17-year-old Ukrainian being 17 because they coming from an actual war. They probably came over here with their identification. But the Somalian lad, I'm pretty sure he probably destroyed his identification. And for all we know, he could be a 20-year-old. So we could have a situation where the Irish media is trying to spin a story that a bunch of teenagers basically got into a fight and one of them got murdered to what would actually in reality be a 20-year-old lad murdering a 17-year-old kid who was just in the place. A wet weekend. Now, let me be clear. I'm just taking guess on all this. I don't have any proof of all this at all. But it does line up with what we've seen with practice for people coming into this country illegally anyway. And if you look at what's going on over in England, we've got clear examples of people who are 20 in the claim classroom as 16-year-old girls because when they got in there, they lied their ass off about being 12. So to posit the notion that it could happen here is just not beyond the tale at all. So anyway, it was just an amazing tirade this morning. Like I said, it was about 8:15 to about 8:25 in the morning. So that would be like 1 hour 15 minutes to 1 hour 20, something like that. If you want to listen to yourself, ordinarily I'd clip it, but RTE I've just become ban happy. If I include it in this, they would probably fucking copyright strike me and that would be the end of my channel. I've seen that happen before, so I just think it'd be better to just give you an idea where to go see it yourself. The screenshot for this video is the front page of the Irish Daily Mail that actually covers the story and it said gives a lot more information than the state broadcaster is. So you can have a read of that yourself. And I think there's probably legs on this story. I think, like I said, here's such a panic about misinformation and disinformation and the sheer over-the-top reaction to it. It makes me think that this probably has more legs to it. So there you go, guys. Just a short story. If you want to check it out and see what you think yourself. Take care. Bye.